Hey guys, Sam here. Thanks for joining me this morning in Mong Kok, one of Hong Kong's most food-centric neighbourhoods. And today we're here for one reason and one reason only, to find some of the most authentic dim sum in the city.
Hong Kong is dim sum heaven, with many types available around the city, whether you're after gourmet or cheap and cheerful. But dim sum runs deeper than just being a snack. It's an integral part of Cantonese culture, so it's sad that the traditional dim sum halls that serve it the old school way are fast disappearing. That's why today we're headed to one of the very best. While there, we're gonna gorge on some of the city's most delicious dim sum in an atmosphere like nowhere else, and try and get our hands on some rare types of dim sum that are on the brink of extinction. So sit back and let your mouths water, guys, because this is Sam Eats It.
So guys, we're heading for a pretty special meal at a pretty special place this morning. But before we get there, if you haven't done already and you like what you see, please consider liking this video with a thumbs up and subscribing to this channel. It really is appreciated and it helps us to continue to make this kind of content. Now, the place that we're going is called London Restaurant, and it's one of the few remaining classic traditional kind of dim sum halls left in the city. Now, this place was opened in 1979 and it's been in the same spot since. And what I really liked when researching this place is that rather than getting with the times, it seems to have like stubbornly stayed exactly how it's been for almost 50 years. Now, as I said, it's one of the few places left in Hong Kong that serves dim sum in a very traditional way. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in there, sit down, soak up the vibes, eat some dim sum and see what sets this place apart and how it's serving dim sum in an old school way. Let's do this. Oh, can we get su long bao? Yeah, I'm going sai. Ha gao. Yeah, go on, guy. So we've just got in, and before I had a chance to do the introduction, this lovely lady has come around with the dim sum cart, which is one of the reasons that makes this restaurant so special. Thank you. The fact that they still have dim sum carts. Now, dim sum carts used to exist in a lot of dim sum restaurants. A lot of dim sum restaurants around town, but they are quickly becoming extinct, and this is, like I said, this is one of the only places that still has them. And a lot of the reason for it is, as Hong Kong became richer and taste became a little bit more discerning, people wanted dim sum cooked to order. They didn't want stuff that had been in a dim sum cart running around a room potentially for hours. And I don't blame them for that, you know, like you want your ready-made dim sum. However, the flip side of that is that they come pretty hot. They're in these like bamboo steamers. So, you know, everything's kept hot and relatively fresh, and also the nostalgic value of it, you know, it's kind of like with these things going out of fashion so fast and being on the verge of extinction, it's yet another piece of old Hong Kong. It's sad, and that's all the more reason why this place is incredibly special. The atmosphere in here is really cool, super busy. The clientele, predominantly local, a lot of older people coming in having the morning tea with their mates, sipping it, and then no doubt going feeding the pigeons later maybe, I don't know, but you tend to get a lot of that at dim sum places. Old school vibe, old school people. And I think what we're going to do is we'll probably go up to the dim sum buffet over there occasionally and see what we need, but predominantly we're just going to wait for the carts to go by because, you know, in the spirit of old school dim sum London Restaurant, why not? First dish, the ha gao. Let's see if the deliciousness measures up to the great vibes that we're experiencing so far here at London Restaurant. Let's do it. Chili's got a kick. But yeah, really nice ha gao. The shrimp inside of there are huge. 3 pieces of shrimp, 3 shrimps in there. I don't think I've ever had that in a ha gao before. These guys do not skimp. As generous as they are old school. London Restaurant. Old school, generous vibes since 1979. Tea's good too. And now let's dig into the shu long bao that we ordered as well. These are like the soup dumplings. And of course, what you do with these, for anybody who knows, you poke a little hole in them to let the heat out, and some of the soup because they're super hot inside. And then after you've let it cool off for a while, you bang it in the vinegar that it comes with. So you've got the soup and the vinegar, ideally making for a flavour interplay, and then you eat it. Lovely. And what you see, An Chung Dan Siu Mai, Yamoa. Oh. Right, so what we're doing is we're on the hunt for old school dim sum, like the type that is really hard to get in Hong Kong. And this place apparently does coveted quail egg siu mai, which is like, it's a complete relic. So I'm annoying the heck out of these old ladies pushing the dim sum carts. I'm asking everyone, and a lot of them are like, more, like they don't have it. But this kind lady has just told us that they do have it. It's just a case of which cart. So I'm gonna continue to keep annoying the heck out of these old ladies and, until we get our quail egg siu mai, because I want it, and it kind of opens the door to another part of dim sum culture in Hong Kong that again is quickly being lost. So fingers crossed. Let's see how this hunt goes. But while we're waiting, I'm gonna go over to the dim sum buffet over there and go and order some more delicious bites. So let's do this. So guys, I've just stepped out for a quick break from all that delicious dim sum. And while we're here, allow me to introduce today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. A VPN, or virtual private network, allows you to access the internet in a way that keeps your IP address hidden and also makes it appear that you're in a different part of the world than you are. And this means that you can access websites that may not be available in certain parts of the world, and also prevent hackers from monitoring you online wherever you are. I love Surfshark because it lets me watch my favorite American and British Netflix shows that aren't available in Hong Kong or wherever I happen to be traveling. And speaking of travel, when I'm away from home and have to do a little bit of internet research for an upcoming video, Surfshark keeps me safe while I'm using public Wi-Fi by encrypting my online data. An amazing thing about Surfshark is that it lets you share one subscription across unlimited devices, meaning that you can share your account with your friends and family and save money. And they even have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Get your exclusive Surfshark deal today by clicking on my link in the video description or the pinned comments, or by entering promo code SAMEATSIT to get up to 3 additional months for free. Not only is this a great way to up your internet accessibility and security, guys, but it also helps support this channel. All right, thank you. Now let's get back in and enjoy some more dim sum. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the vibes in here are so cool. I love it. And it's so bloody big. It's cavernous in here. It's huge, which is it's really typical of old school restaurants in Hong Kong. I'm Chung Dan, Tima. More. Sorry, okay, yeah, I'm annoying the heck out of these ladies. Keep asking them. I have to find it. I have to. Anyway, right. In the meantime, we have come to the dim sum buffet here. It looks super cool. You can't order without your card. What they do is they write on it, they'll stamp it or something. And then when you go to pay, they add up all the marks on here, and that is, that determines the price. So we're here. Yeah, it's super busy at the old dim sum buffet here. People are in line. Everybody's waiting patiently to get the dim sum that they so hungrily desire. I'm going. That's all right. Thank you. Okay. POV. Your dim sum traveling through a dim sum restaurant. We've got 4 treasure chicken thai, and this is a special dim sum because it is really old school and it's pretty expensive. It's 44 bucks for this, so that's like, what is that, like $6 or $7 US? Sorry if my currency conversion's off, but that's pretty expensive. But it looks like it's got a big mushroom in it, fish maw, chicken and taros in there as well, I believe, and it's all wrapped in a skin, which is why it's called Thai, because it's kind of like tied together. And it falls into that category of old school disappearing dim sum, like quail egg siu mai, Fei Lum, which is black sesame roll, called Fei Lum film because it kind of looks like old camera film, Dai Bao, the big chicken buns, big soup dumplings. And there's a reason why this category of dim sum is becoming rarer. There's a few reasons, actually. Number one is that the ingredients tend to be a little bit more expensive. You think of quail eggs on siumai, it's a lot cheaper to like not have a quail egg on there. Same with this. This is a big mushroom. Fish more's expensive. Chicken in there. So the ingredients tend to be a bit more expensive, and they're laborious. They take time to make and skill. And as far as cost effectiveness, they've kind of fell out of favor with chefs and people who aren't willing to pay the extra bucks for something that's a little bit luxurious and has a lot of time gone into it. Thirdly, as people have become more health conscious, a lot of these really old school disappearing dim sum, they're not that healthy, so they fell out of favor with customers for that reason. And finally, a lot of them, tends to be a real theme with these old school disappearing dim sum, they're not beautiful, let's just say. They're not easy on the eye. They're a little bit ugly. They're not the most glamorous things you can eat. And unfortunately, especially as the Instagram generation is taking hold and, you know, everybody's letting the camera eat first and taking pictures of the food, they're just falling out of favor at a faster and faster rate because these things are a little bit ugly. But to me, it looks delicious. And this is the first time I've ever tried this particular old school dim sum. So let's see how it tastes. Tell you what, it's a mouthful. You can taste that mushroom really punching through. That's quite a pungent, can you say, for mushrooms in a good way? And then the chicken's really nice, really chunky and thick. That's what I love about this place. And this dim sum kind of epitomizes it. Generous portions. This is chunky. It's not dainty. This is like really hearty food. Don't judge an ugly dim sum by its crinkled bean curd skin. Just like don't judge a book by its cover. Exactly the same. Hagao. More.
No.
Ah. Okay, waiting. Okay. Trying to give me the hagao, but she knows what I want. She knows I'm after those quail eggs siumai. Trying to pitch a dim sum to us. Thank you. Shishe. Arigato. Ingaisai. Sheshe. Said thank you in Mandarin, not Cantonese. I don't know why. She's a joker. Thank you. Thank you. You too.英國人, yeah? Okay. You guys are lovely. I'll tell you what, yeah, the staff here are absolutely, they're great. You know, really up for a good laugh. Fish head? Okay. Oh, I'm going. You guys thank you. I'll tell you what, they've totally got my number in here now. Tell them I don't want something and they're like, it's rare. Sucker. You guys thank you. Thank you. Let's dig in and try it. It does look quite nice, to be fair. It looks rather exotic, I've got to say. Okay, so I'll be honest, I have no idea how you tackle this. I'm just gonna take off are these the fins? We'll take them off. The gills. These are the gills. And yeah, I'm just gonna get stuck into that meat in there. Quite a unique dim sum. You don't put it all in your mouth. It's kind of more like a traditional dish. This, you actually dig into it like this. So let's try it. Yeah, it's really good actually. The sauce. With black bean, yeah. Black bean sauce is incredibly aromatic, really strong black bean sauce. Yeah, it's kind of like an aggressive, fiery dish. You know, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's truly lovely, full of flavour. Love that. It's really nice. That was a good shout. Could that be the cheek, I wonder? Could be the cheek. Let's try it. Yeah, that's really good. I think that's the cheek, which is the most coveted part of a fish head. The cheek, it's the most tender meat, and that is just really, really good. Yum! More of that. Don't worry, there's another cheek for my wife. I'm going to give her the second cheek. Really, really good. Yeah. Oh, tangerine peel even in the fish head. Amazing. Just shows how far from just being bog standard, glutinous, starchy bites, dim sum can actually be quite gourmet, even at these old school places. You know, there's a lot of creativity that some of the dishes allow the chefs to have, and the fish head is definitely one of them. Really nice. I'm really impressed. What can I say? Super impressed with this place. Good. Very good. Did you try?
Everything I will try it. I have so long time. It's 10 years here.
10 years? Every week? Every morning? Wow. And he's just said that. He's obviously a local and he's been coming here every day, every morning for 10 years. And it's probably not as rare as you might think. I think a lot of the older people, especially in the neighbourhood, they will probably come here every morning, read the paper, chat with the mates, have some dim sum for breakfast, because after all, these places are ultimately designed to be affordable. It's food for the people. You know, this is not gourmet, Michelin star, inaccessible fare. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to dig into the Jiu Chung Fan. We were going to eat it before the fish head, but with the speed at which the carts come rolling up on you, before we knew it, we had fish head on the table, so I tried that. But I'm going to end the meal with the Jiu Chung Fan. Now, the Jiu Chung Fan is it's quite common in Hong Kong. It's not like fish head at all. It's on the other end of the spectrum. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. But that doesn't make it any less delicious. This is one of my favourite dim sum, and it's something that I basically always get when I go to a dim sum restaurant. So let's dig in. It's rice paper rolls, and inside they have ingredients like char siu, barbecue pork. They have coriander usually, and they come drizzled in sauce. And because they're long and thin, you're never going to get one in your mouth in one go, and if you try, you're going to get sauce all over you. So the trick is with your chopsticks, you cut it in half like this. And then once you've halved it, you can easily pick up a bit like that, and in your mouth it can go. Dip the sauce a little bit. Yummy. Yeah, really good. Really good. Alright guys, so another day, another meal. I've eaten about half my body weight in dim sum, so I'm going to call it a day as far as the food goes. But I mean, what a special experience this is. Looking around, you know, you can see the old timers, but also it's a bit multi-generational. You know, it seems like you get a lot of old people also sitting with people that look like their kids, and in some cases even their kids' kids. You have like 3 generations on one table. So it just ties back into that whole community vibe, that communal vibe of these places. They're not just places to eat, they're places to yum cha, drink your tea and chat, and really solidify familial bonds. And it's places where relationships are cemented, and you know, I bet people make tons of good memories here. And yeah, you can just feel it. That extends to the atmosphere. You know, you can almost feel it in the air. It's like really warm and loving, and you know, people are just kind here. People are really jovial, having a laugh, and just relaxing and having a good time. And it is a real pleasure to be a part of it. And it also makes me sad because a lot of these places, as I said, are disappearing. Places like this that are truly traditional. And it will be sad if they ever completely do go extinct. So I think that's why it's important that we frequent these places, visit them, keep them alive, And you know, it's not just about keeping them alive, it affords you an incredible experience that is so quintessentially Hong Kong. You know, you can't get more Hong Kong than this. And it's been a fantastic meal, even if I didn't in the end get my quail egg siu mai. But even so, we did get our hands on some rare and disappearing dim sum. So overall, it's been a win. But that's all we have time for in this episode. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this video as much as we've had fun filming it. It's been an absolute treat, and thank you for watching as always. Massively appreciate it. But until the next time, cheers.
And that concludes our old school dim sum experience at London Restaurant. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, share this video with all your foodie friends. Hit the notification bell, and of course, let us know in the comments where you'd like us to visit next. Thanks for watching, and until the next feast, take care and stay hungry.